Good morning, everybody, from somewhere down in Texas. Today we're going to be working on scraping. We're going to be scraping this facer board down. We're going to paint it, caulk as need be, and just wanted to show you how we're going to do this. Some people put paint with no primer. The paint that we're applying today is going to have primer already in it, and that'll keep it from having to peel or anything of that nature. I think that's what might have happened here. So what we're going to do today is we're going to fix that problem. And with the tools you need, if you need to do any caulking, you need a caulk gun with a little bit of exterior latex caulk. Of course, the color paint that you choose to put on the facer board. Also, you need your good brush. You need a good brush. Don't get you one of them old cheap brush because you don't want to spend the dollar to get the good brush. You got to get the good brush because the good brush is going to make you look good on the job. So here we go. We're going to commence the scraping, and after that, we're going to put some caulk on, and we're going to do some painting. So bear with me right now, and let me scrape this down. It's always good to scrape any paint that might be falling off before you paint, because when you put your new paint on, it's going to fall off. So try to get all the loose paint you can off of there before you apply your new coat of paint. And not only that, to make it look for a better job. Look at there, that's coming off like butter. All right. hardest part of doing all this painting is the scraping. But once you get it finished, scraped down, I tell you what, that paint just rolled on there just as pretty as could be when you brush it off. So, I think for the biggest part, we got her whooped. So, what we're going to do now is get some of this good paint that we're going to put on here. I can't tell you what paint to pick, but it'll give you some good exterior paint that you're content with, that you've used in the past and you like it. Just as long as it's an exterior paint's what you want. I think we got it done. What do you think, folks? You think it's gonna look good? I think so. Alright, so as you can see here, you got a board joins together right here, and we're gonna need to caulk that in before we paint it. So what I'm gonna do is get the caulk gun, caulk that into place, and let it dry while I'm painting other parts of the fascia board. What you want to do is don't pile on the caulk, because then you got to sit there and you'll spend more time with it being on your finger and everywhere else. So get in there as best you can, fill it in as best you can, and you can always build it up more if you need to. See, I got a nice little good bead there going. Fingers like this right here, you see it dry. Put it in there and you rub it on in like so. And once you got it like that, you touch in the last little bit just to make sure everything's good. And when you're done with it, that's about as dirty as your finger's going to get. That's how it should be. So don't put, also determining the size of the caulk you want to use, determine the size of the hole that you're putting on the caulk gun. I advise to start small, cutting the hole small, and see if that works out for you. And if it doesn't, then you know what, you cut it just a little bigger. And you keep doing it until you get to the size of hole that you're trying to fill and where you feel most comfortable with. So that's my recommendation on caulking. You know, it's all about the size of the hole that you cut on the caulk gun. It's going to determine how good the job's going to be when you get ready to start caulking. Excuse me for a minute, folks. I'm going to get a little bit of water. Now I'm going to commence to painting this thing. Like I said, we're going to let this caulk dry a little bit. Give it some time in this sun. It's going to dry pretty fast. But I'm going to start on the other end down there and work my way this way. So by the time I get from over yonder back over here, this thing ought to be good enough dry for me to go ahead and put a coat of paint on it. And if that one coat doesn't cover properly, I got to repeat the process again as far as painting. Get you a good brush, like I said, and I'm going to show you the brush I got that I'm using. Alright, now this is the brush I'm using right here. That's a pretty good brush. That brush right there is nice and thick. For when you're applying on big areas like this, you want a wider brush. When you're cutting in tight areas, the bristles on the brush, it's got to be thinner, so it's easier for you to cut with it. And we're going to be doing another episode when we are going to be doing cutting some baseboard in and things of that nature, and I'm going to show you that brush. The difference between this one and that one. Each brush got its own purpose. the size, of how wide, how thick. Some of them are dual purpose brushes. Some are just set for oil. Some are set for latex and oil. However you want to do it. But this particular brush here, we're using it for latex. It's a wide brush, and it's going to give you a good heavy coat. So I'm going to start on the other end, and I'll be back over this way in a minute. I tell you what, ain't nothing prettier than fresh paint on a house. Boy, that sure make the house look pretty. It really does. And it don't take much. It don't take much whatsoever. Put a little paint on it, make it look pretty. And when people come over to see your house, make you proud of it because it looks nice. They'll ask you, who painted your house? It sure looks pretty. And you can tell them, you're looking at it. I'm the one that painted this house. They may want you to paint their house, but hey, you know what? If you want to, you can. But you know what? You can show them how you did it. And maybe they can learn too. If not, send them to my video and I'll show them how to do it as I showed you. So tell them you don't know, but you know someone that does know. And I'll show learn them. I'll learn them how to paint. They want to learn. Look at that, boy. That sure looking nice. And I'll tell you what, when I get done with this, I got it ready. Don't forget to rinse out your brush when you're done, because like I said, these brushes are expensive. You don't want to ruin it. And you wash the brush out until all the paint's gone. You see no more paint coming out of that bristle. That's when you know your paintbrush is clean. You still see just a little bit of murky in the water. That brush ain't clean. And when you get done and you put it away, it'll be there for the next time you use it. And like I said, that brush is all in the brush. You get a good brush, it's gonna make you look good, because your jobs are gonna come out pretty. That I guarantee you. So we're just about getting over here to the end where this caulk is. We're gonna see what it's doing. Oh yeah, it's coming along just fine. I believe it'll be able to handle a coat of paint over it. I really do. On this paint job here, like I said, it don't take me, see how long it took me to scrape it down. I'm doing it all probably inside of 20 minutes. It don't take long. I think it takes longer to set it all up than to actually do the job. But, like I said, it's gonna make it look nice, so when you get visitors come over, they see your house, they're gonna say, who painted that house? It sure looks nice. And you can tell them you did, and you get a compliment. Ain't nothing wrong with getting a compliment, right? We all want a compliment from time to time. And you don't have to pay some contractor a bunch of money to come out here and do what you're doing. You can do it yourself. It don't take much time nor money. You just gotta be willing to put a little sweat equity in it and get her done. So we're just about done with the first coat. We'll step back, look at it, and see if it needs another coat. And if it does, then we'll continue on applying another coat, which we ain't got no problem doing that. I'm gonna stop it right here at this corner, right here at this point, because there's some other things that need to be done that way, and I can't do it all in one video, but we can get you the general purpose of what we're doing here on this one. And I think it'll be helpful to you. What we're doing here. Because like I said, if you're ever trying to put your house up on the market to sell, or if you just want to spruce it up for the holidays, or you just want to go over there and paint grandma's house for her because she's up in age and can't do it, and she's on a fixed income, she can't afford to pay the contractor. Well, you know what? Watch the video, go over and do it at her house. She'll give you a bunch of hugs and kisses and give you something to eat, and you learn how to do something, and then you'll be able to do it one day on your house. That's what you do. And don't forget the glass of iced tea. That's an award-winning deal there. You get that iced tea, you can't beat it in the South. I'm gonna tell you. All right, you see, look at here. Now this paint, it's so hot over here in Texas that paint done dried already. So it's ready for another application of paint. So I'm gonna put another coat on. And after that, we're done on this section of it. And we're gonna call it a day on this deal because it's already done. Now, I can assure you, you can look on the video from start to finish, you'll see how long it took. It didn't take long at all. Like I said, you just gotta get in there and just do it. And that's what we're doing. Now you got the rest of the day. You accomplish something here, you got the rest of the day to do other chores. Now, there's always something to do around the house, you know that. When you never time to lay around the house and do nothing. There's always something to do, especially mowing the yard. The yard, the bed, and the garden, the chickens. There's always something to do around here. I'm always busy doing something. So, on my YouTube channel, you never know what we're going to be doing from one day to the next. So you may see a video with chickens one day. You may see a video of me making chicken pens one day. You may see me painting something one day. Going somewhere, doing something. I'm always doing something. Always, because there's always something to do. There's always something to do on the home front. So down here in Texas, that's just what we do. And you get so much sunlight, you see, you can't even go to bed early down here in the South. Cause shoot, in the summertime, it don't get dark till 9 o'clock. So you know what? There's so much daylight time to do stuff that ain't no excuse it done got dark on you. Ain't no excuse. Before you go to bed, you got around here, you got to put chickens up at 9 o'clock. That's about the time to get dark around here. 9 o'clock, it's dark. Then the chickens go to bed. And for them long days here in Texas, them chickens are exhausted between the heat and the long day. And they confused about laying you 1 egg or 2 eggs, because they don't know how many eggs they lay in that day, because that day is so long here in Texas. But, like I said, we done painting this here today. I'll finish up the other side that needs to be done, so let's get that back out of the way. And we'll have something to do tomorrow. In fact, we may do a video tomorrow. See, this is lacking some flashing up here. So tomorrow's episode might be just putting up some flashing. You ever put any flashing up before? If you hadn't, I'm gonna learn you. You're gonna learn how to put flashing up as well. That way, if you ever need any flashing work done, somebody at your house or grandma's house or wherever, you'll be able to put some flashing up. All right? All right. Like I said, we're done painting. Probably didn't take no more than inside 20 minutes at the most. We'll review the video and see. But most important thing is you clean the brush. The brush needs to be clean so that you can use it another day. All right, so from somewhere down in Texas, I look forward to seeing y'all again. God bless.